Hey, what's going on, guys? Back here, slashff, episode 10. Unfortunately, our favorite TSM fan couldn't be here today. He's busy jerking himself off. So instead, we only got Will here, as per usual.
That's all that matters, let's be real.
And we got the fly. Yeah, so Will's the FlyQuest boy. He's very happy about his team. Um, and yeah, let's. But we're not gonna hop into NALCS yet. Okay, episode 10 here. We gotta first talk about LEC, and then some of the other regions. So let's select my balls first. Well, what can I say? I thought that Fnatic Vitality was very underwhelming. It went the way that Fnatic pretty much assumed it would go. They said they would figure out Vitality. They tracked Mowgli the entire time, and they figured it out pretty much. Yeah, not much to say about that, I think.
Yeah, it was quick dubs, easy work for Fnatic. It looked like just a trash series. They shut down Kavashard,
Yeah.
and it just didn't seem like they had an answer.
Yeah, I was very sad in the second one though with SK versus Splice, because I find SK to be a much more interesting team. So it is unfortunate that they weren't able to win. The Infinity Edge Rek'Sai, very interesting. I'm not going to go ahead and judge it harshly, but let's just say if he had a different item, he might have one-shot Vayne there, and they might have went to Game 5. So, yeah. As far as this week in LEC, though, like, listen, last week's games, they weren't super interesting, okay? We're not going to lie. They're pretty much their favorites going in. Like, Splice and Fnatic were the favorites, so it's not really too interesting. I think Fnatic is still the favorite. They looked very clean against Vitality, much more clean than Splice did against SK. So I think Fnatic is the favorite into Splice. The real matchup is G2 versus OG. G2 being on the bit of a downturn since the last few weeks of the split, and we haven't seen them play in a while because obviously they have the bye along with OG. But I actually do have faith in G2 to kind of fix their mistakes by the time that the series comes around. And I think as long as G2 is smart enough to fix their mistakes, their players have higher highs than OGs. So in my thought process, I'm thinking, okay, give them time, they fix their shit. Player by player, they should be able to take it. I think OG, they're very intelligent, but I think G2, if they fix their stuff player by player, they will be able to beat OG.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be an interesting last couple of games. I think Origin really stepped up, and G2 kind of looked bad going into playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of what Team Liquid was doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm interested to see how they come out and play, but I think GT is still the strongest team in EU.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like there's a lot of parallels with NA, but I do think it's a bit more different than NA, and we'll discuss that when we get to NA. As far as EU though is concerned, I think really like even though OG is very intelligent as a team, like they kind of parallel the Cloud9-esque team. Whereas Cloud9 in NA has players that compete into Team Liquid, I think in Europe G2's players are actually just stronger than OG's. So. Yeah, that's kind of where I lie. LCK playoffs actually starting tonight, I believe. Well, technically tomorrow morning, the 3rd, is going to be Sandbox versus Damwon, right? April 3rd is Wednesday morning. So tonight is Sandbox Gaming versus Damwon. And then, what is it? Is it Sunday morning? No. It's Friday morning is Kingzone versus whoever is the 4th place team. And then Sunday morning is going to be SKT versus the 3rd place winner. So, yeah.
I'm hyped.
Are you going to stay up all night and watch that?
Is it on Friday?
No. So, Kingzone, yes, Kingzone's guaranteed to play on Friday.
Okay.
Technically, it's Thursday night, I guess, for us.
Mm-hmm.
But Friday morning, yes. So, Kingzone's playing that at 3 a.m. They're playing against the winner of Damwon versus Sandbox. And then on Sunday, when you have work... so if you stay up all night Saturday, you can catch them. It's going to be SKT versus probably Kingzone. I'll say probably.
Kingzone better not lose these motherfuckers.
You should stay up all night and watch it, Will. If you stay up, I guarantee your team will do better.
On Sunday, dude?
If you stay up all night, I guarantee. Will, how would you feel if you woke up, went to work, and saw that Kingzone lost? You would feel bad as a fan.
I would literally have to go to bed at like 3 in the afternoon, wake up at like
do it
10, and then
do it.
Just not go to work.
Do it.
I mean, and then go to work after.
Do it.
Jesus.
You want to watch your boys live. You want to watch
Def got snubbed for MVP.
Okay, well,
Yes.
so my thinking is that Dom 1 will probably beat Sandbox, but I have no great way of predicting it. Sandbox has looked volatile in the last... like, they haven't looked boom, but they've looked more volatile. So has Damwon, though, so there's no real great prediction. But I think either of those teams going into King Zone will lose to King Zone. I think King Zone has a lot of experience in best of 5 between Pawn, Tucson, and Deft. Even with Cuz and Rascal, Cuz has had international play experience before, and Rascal, even though he's never been the true starter since season 7 because they had Khan, he's had a lot of practice. So I think this team's experience should, like, along with their consistency in regular season, especially in the second half, should give them the edge in the playoff against whatever team comes out of Dom 1 Sandbox.
Cuz in the second half of the split looked so good.
Yeah. And then when they face SKT 3-0, SKT wins.
King Zone, baby.
Nope. You want to make a bet?
If they play, sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What kind of bet do you want to make? Actually, there's no good bets. The thing. Hey, remember when
There's
King
always-
Zone beat Griffin though?
Yeah.
And you didn't bet on it?
No, you wouldn't take it, dude.
It's because you didn't offer anything good.
I offered you a whole anime for a couple of Siege games, and you
You
said
didn't offer me a
no.
whole anime.
I offered a whole anime up to 20 episodes, and you said no.
All right. Well, okay. How about this? We can do 25 episodes if
Oof. 25 is rough, dude.
25 episodes if King
Is
Zone.
it all of fate?
Yeah, it's Fate Zero
Alright.
or Evangelion when it comes out. We'll see what happens. We'll see. It'll either be
Alright.
Fate or Eva. I'll talk with Cannon and John to see which one they would prefer, would find more
God.
enjoyable. Okay, so if King Zone beats SKT, then you're in on the Siege games, and if they lose to SKT, then it's anime time. All right, cool. SKT versus Griffin, SKT 3-2. Non-biased answer. I think SKT improves, and their players aren't necessarily better, but like are up there. Their players, their top laner and support are better. Like Mata and Khan are better than Lahens and Sword. Faker can definitely match Chovy, and Teddy can match Viper. Klid, even though Tarzan is better, Klid is a really good player, and I think as SKT scales up, they will be able to beat them. So yeah, that's my I'm predicting SKT for the playoffs.
King's on 3-1.
Okay,
Easy.
sure.
Enough of this 3-2 weak shit.
Well, that's LCK. We got LPL. This entire week is LPL. Starting Thursday, 4 LPL playoff games in a row. Okay, so LPL playoffs are going to be, I believe it's WE versus JDG on one side of the bracket, and then it's going to be Sino Dragons versus EDG. So WE versus JDG. Xie and Mystic coming back hot, and then JDG obviously is going to be Zoom and Yugao. So it's pretty much a battle of like the AD carry and mid lane from WE versus the top and mid lane from JDG. So that'll be interesting. I don't know which team will win. I can't make a prediction off of that. LPL is very volatile right now, and I don't know how they'll play in a best of 5. Same thing goes on the other side of the bracket with Sino Dragons and EDG. EDG, like, they always look like they improve, and they do some stupid shit, but they always improve during playoffs. And Sino Dragons being a rookie team, I will predict EDG over Sino Dragons here. Now, as you go further into that bracket, you'll see that the next teams on one side of the bracket are RNG and FPX, and then on the other side are Top and IG. I think whichever team out of JDG and either team, JDG or WE, goes into RNG will beat them. I think RNG always levels up in playoffs, are a very good team. And then I think RNG versus FPX will be actually like a good series, because FPX has shown like they didn't just falter the top teams. A lot of people predicted that FPX would falter once they started having to face like strong solo lane teams, but that wasn't the case. So yeah. On the other side of the bracket, after EDG beats Sino Dragons, I'm thinking that EDG, their player for player is actually quite weak compared to TOP, but historically, I always feel like EDG does well in playoffs, so I think they have a chance of beating TOP. But whichever team goes into IG, I think loses. I think IG will have more will have more experience against EDG, and they'll have just more experience in general than TOP. I think the finals are either IG versus FPX or IG versus RNG.
Do you think Suning was just rough? Like, do you think they're a bad team, or do you think they just had a bad split?
I think LPL is just very competitive because player for player, Suning has good players. They have Sword Art, they have SMLZ, and they have Maple, all world class players. But LPL right now just is super volatile and super competitive. Beely,
I didn't know WE was good.
Yeah, so do you remember WE from 2017?
I remember them back from 2015 or 2014.
So 2017,
like,
they were the ones who took out Cloud9 in a close 5 series game, but then lost to Samsung. They're the ones who helped knock out TSM in group stage.
Yeah, I just remember them from back in the day, and I thought they were bad because they didn't make it.
No, so Mystic and Shie are good, but the rest of the team pretty much gets carried by them. But yeah, I don't know. Because like LPL is super volatile because of how competitive it is. Beely didn't make it in because of some random upsets toward the end. Like, we all thought Beely would get their asses kicked by the top teams, but that's not what happened. It was actually some bottom teams upsetting them and then climbing over them in like the close like...
JDG, 100 Thieves Levi stepping up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Cannon, you watching this? Anyways, yeah, so my prediction, I think it's going to be IG versus RNG or IG versus FPX. I don't know who's winning RNG versus FPX, but I think IG makes it all the way to the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, Top's pretty spooky, though.
Yeah, Top is spooky, but I think in a best of 5, I do put my faith into IG. The real scary thing is that they lost their coach from last year, and IG was always shaky in LPL best of 5, but hopefully their Worlds experience, like, you know, they learned some stuff.
I just like IG too much.
Speaking of IG, skins got revealed today. Those skins are fucking fire. I'm not gonna buy any of them, but yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. So check them out if you guys haven't seen them yet.
Are you gonna buy the Zed skin though?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a reason to buy any of the IG skins. I don't play Kai'Sa. I don't really play LeBlanc. I already have a LeBlanc skin.
Camille.
I don't play Camille.
Rakan.
I have a Fiora skin. I have Project Fiora. This skin is better than Project Fiora because it looks cooler, but Fiora kind of is poopy right now anyways, and I can't play her on school ping anyways, so...
Maybe you'll get lucky and you pull it from a chest like I did with Zaya.
The only skin I actually like is the Aurelia one. Like, I would really play. I mean, I would play the Kai'Sa one, but I don't play Kai'Sa. So the Aurelia one would be one that I actually get if I were to do one, because I think the Aurelia skin is sick. But yeah, I'm surprised Akali didn't get picked. I thought Rookie would choose like either Akali or LeBlanc, and the Shy said like Fiora was a very tragic memory, so I thought he was gonna pick Aatrox or Akali. So I don't know.
I got all of them correct with my predictions except for the Rakan.
Okay, did you think it was Alistar?
I thought it was Alistar.
Yeah, I thought it was Alistar too.
Yeah, they have MSI or Alistar or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was Alistar, but they're doing...
Yeah, because he played so much Alistar in Worlds.
Right.
I knew it was going to be Camille for Ning because he played that shit almost every other game.
That was what won in finals.
Fiora, I expected for the Shy because of the insane almost backdoor against KT and then the other outplays. I thought it would have been Jace, though. That's where I got the Rakan wrong.
Yeah, so...
sorry, I got Aurelia wrong because I thought it was going to be Jace instead of
No, because
Aurelia.
Duke had to pick Aurelia because that was the only champion he played. So Duke had to pick Aurelia. I think even though in semifinals, both Rookie and the Shy had a great Jace, I think neither was going to pick them, and I think Rookie was going to do either Akali or LeBlanc, and LeBlanc, I guess, made more sense. I thought, though, like, top lane, it would have been Jace or Aatrox, or even possibly Akali. Because Aatrox against the G2 series, he also had the insane Game 3. So, I don't know. All right, well, we can finally move on to NA. So the games this week were pretty standard, I would say. I think Golden Guardians
series was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Everyone thought... Well, okay, so after first game, I legitimately thought Golden Guardians would win. Going into the series, I said FlyQuest 3-2, but when I saw the first game, I was like, oh, Golden Guardians 3-0. They look like they're playing great. Like, they when they got their draft and finished it, I was like, wow, they got... Their draft was like, it looked like they had an idea of what they wanted to do, and they came in with a very clear game plan. After being up 2-1, I thought, like, okay, Froggen's very confident, and, like, on Vel'Koz, he knows what he's doing, he's confident. But they started throwing, and it was very tragic to see them go down, and it looked like FlyQuest was getting their handle of things, and then by Game 5, Pobelter seemed to really know what he wanted to do with Zoe. So, yeah.
I thought it was a really tight series. I thought both teams played very well. It was a lot tighter than I thought it would have been. I thought Blacklist would have won a lot more handily, but sometimes it's just not always.
Yeah.
It's not how it always is. But after the game, I thought it was nice how Santorin was all like emotional about it.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an interview with Travis. He was talking about how he gave up going to his grandpa's funeral to practice, and they got O2'd that week.
So
and then he felt like he needed to make
Dardoch to Golden Guardians in the summer.
Yo, contracts looks. He's so high variance.
Dardoch to Golden Guardians in the summer.
No, I want Dardoch on.
100 Thieves.
No, I want 100 Thieves to do good at this point.
Medios to Golden
Dardoch
Guardians.
back on Echo Fox.
They would have no imports. If they put Dardoch on Echo Fox would be a 0 import team because Phoenix will have residency in summer.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty crazy, actually. No, so what about Medios to Golden Guardians?
I think either of them would be an upgrade over contracts. I don't know how much they put into contracts. I don't know how much faith they have at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think contracts is awful, but I don't think he's very consistent, which is
you think you think Blabber would be better?
No, fuck no.
Okay. You think Keith McBrief would be an upgrade to Deathly?
I love Keith, so yeah.
I love Keith too. He's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I love Keith as like a person. Like he's been like super
I just remember his hit last year in his walk, like in the summer final. He did the power walk. He was like, I was like, what the fuck, Keith?
He played back at TSM.
It was so funny.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I think they could find a better AD.
Cody's son. He played with Ole before.
Oh, I think. Yeah, great on GGS, but if him and Ole can't get along, I think.
Dude, no, Cody's son is like, it would be like Kevin and a toxic AD carry. Like, it would be
they
like.
already played together, and apparently Ole didn't like Cody that much, but I would totally just drop Deathly and Ole for Cody and someone else. If they could trade for Cody and Bull, I would. That team would actually be really good, dude. Could you imagine that team?
Yeah, I could imagine that.
I
could also imagine if they had Apollo and Hakuho instead. And
dude, if they had Apollo Hakuho and they just kept them consistent bot lane. Oh wait, no, the Golden Guardians. Oh.
Yeah, no, but like if GGS had Apollo Hakuho, and then they had like I don't know, who would you want as the, if you got like some good ass jungler like from Europe, that'd be pretty spicy team.
Kickus.
Golden Guardians Forgiven.
Let's see.
Hey, Forgiven announced his free agency today, or on yesterday, and
I saw that one.
He said he was open to all regions.
All regions, he said.
Could you imagine a world where it's Golden Guardians Forgiven? That'd be pretty crazy. He played with Froggen in EU Masters. I don't know if they liked each other, but I could potentially see that.
Golden Guardians brings over Self-Made.
Yeah, I could see that too. I mean,
that would be an off-season move. That wouldn't be the split.
I think Golden Guardians bot lane and jungle are just inconsistent. Their solo laners are just good. Like that's about it. All right, let's go to the other loser, Echo Fox.
This series was not the kind of series you want to see.
I mean, the first game was fine.
The first game was good, and then once I saw the blocking Jarvan for Rosh, it was over.
Dude, I'm just so surprised how good Solo's been playing. Like,
yeah, you'd think Solo would be the weakest part of that team.
Yeah,
but no,
dude.
Solo on Aatrox was really good. He's been playing Aatrox so well.
He was matching the who did Broken Blade play? The Aatrox team. The Jax. He was matching the Jax in backline diving as Aatrox, and like contested. Like he was doing shit into the enemy.
He played it well
line.
against the TL too. Like his Aatrox is really good.
Yeah, I think Solo, like, I don't know how he got, because at the beginning of the split I was like, dude, Solo's bottom like 3, but he's playing better than Huni right now. Like he's doing his job. He's doing what he needs to, like. He just. I want to see what he looks like next split, because next split I'll see if this improvement stays or if he regresses. But as of now, he actually looks like very good.
Honestly, Echo Fox needs a new jungler, dude. Rush is just.
Also, I think Phoenix kind of regressed in playoffs.
Regular also season against Bjergsen,
Phoenix looked really good in regular season too. I thought Phoenix would be. This was the Phoenix I expected in regular season. I thought Phoenix was going to int and Rush was going to have to carry him, but it was the opposite, where Phoenix like, oh, I should like be smart and not like die to ganks. And then this Phoenix is I TP back to lane and die to Rek'Sai.
Yeah, Phoenix seemed to like lose everything, and then in team fights, he just didn't seem like he was doing anything. Like he just
I
like
feel
sat
like a
there.
lot of mid laners don't respect Rek'Sai's gank pathing when they're playing someone immobile. Like Swain isn't going to survive a Rek'Sai gank without flash. Demonte, when he was playing against Xmithy, without flash on Ori, you pretty much just can't walk up if Rek'Sai chooses to camp you. You can't TP back when there's a Rek'Sai because all the gank angles he can just tunnel through Raptor Pit or something, and like you don't have flash, he's going to fuck the shit out of you. Like it's just going to
Yeah.
happen. So
Acadian's Rek'Sai was nutty though.
yeah.
Like he played it
No
so
Infinity
well.
Edge though. Bad
Why
player.
did they ban Rek'Sai? Like he played it every game.
I don't
He
know.
was just destroying him.
I don't know.
And Rush. Oh, the cringiest play was when Rush was in the river bush, and he just tried 1v1ing the Rek'Sai, and like he was losing the 1v1 anyways, and like he could have just got out of there and left, but he tried going for the 1v1, and then they collapsed on him anyways, even though they didn't even have to. But it was just like, yikes, dude. Like whenever I'll split, whenever I see Rush go on Jarvan, I'm just like, this game's over. Like he just has a consistent ability to int on that champion.
Well,
so
but
hard.
in the last 4 games of the season, though, it wasn't bad. It's just like in playoffs, it
Yeah,
felt
the
like
last 4 games weren't bad,
it
but
felt
like
like mid jungle regressed so much in playoffs. I don't know why.
yeah, Apollo Hakuho did their job of being stable. Solo overperformed, and then
Yeah.
like the guy who was hyped about Rush, it was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix was just inting.
So Dardoch back to Echofox.
I would rather have Dardoch or Medios on that team, honestly.
Blabber.
I think you even Blabber. At least Blabber's got like,
Golden Glue Blabber to Echofox.
dude. Honestly, I would rather see that than like they have Phoenix, who's like been in the league for so long. Who's just like there. Like he's not like he's kind of like already peaked back on TL. So like he's just kind of like a placeholder. But it seems like they don't know what they want to do. I'd rather have them take Golden Glue and Blabber, or at least develop some NA talent while you're gonna be bad anyways.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think they need to change it up in the off season. They need to bring someone in that's some hype or some young talent that
Okay.
has potential. Bring over an EU player or something.
All right, so we'll take a look at FlyQuest versus TL first because this is the less interesting one. I think TL 3-0.
I think TL 3-1.
For the same reason that I
I
gave,
would be
like,
confident, but they've been yikes lately.
I know they've been yikes, but I think player for player TL is good. It would be so fucking stupid of them to get cocky and not actually fix any of their mistakes. I can't see that. I can't see
I
that
don't think
world.
in playoffs. I don't think they play the style that they've been playing. I don't think they put impact on Vladimir.
Yeah,
or
I don't
James.
think they
I think
do
they just put him on
stupid
something.
fucking shit in playoffs. I think
I
TL
think they
is going to
snagged
play
Aatrox
smart.
from Solo.
I think they're going to play consistent, and I think they're just going to 3-0 FlyQuest because unless FlyQuest does something special, I don't. Because I think FlyQuest's like best carry player is Wild Turtle, and Turtle's not going to out carry Double Lift. I think
I think
FlyQuest.
that what they have to do is go all early game though. They gotta go with like Nocturne,
So
like, aggro.
all right,
picks.
so I wanna like put this in perspective though. It's like I think that FlyQuest like they should try to do something different, right? Be early game. But then I think about it like this: Santorin's FlyQuest's best player in my opinion. I don't think he's going to destabilize Xmithy. Viper is a good carry player. I don't think he's going to destabilize Impact. Pobelter, I don't think in a carry matchup he destabilizes Jensen. Bot lane has the potential to be volatile, but I think that like with the pressure that Impact and Xmithy have, I don't think you can roll over. You can ever roll over the bottom lane on Team Liquid.
I think Team Liquid wins.
It's just
but,
it's too hard. Team Liquid has to be stupid, and I can't imagine a world where they get cocky and they do stupid shit. Because with a less good roster last year, they did more. And yes, when you have more options, like it can create more issues. But these don't seem like problematic players to me. I don't think Core GJ or Jensen are problematic.
Yeah, but to me, like how they played the last couple games of the split doesn't even like. I could see if they want to like they want to pick these champions to like give them the impact because there's like it's like pick them or be picked against.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Well,
like
Jace is
was
gone.
so strong.
Jace is gone
Yeah,
now.
Jace was so strong, but now that Jace is gone, I feel like if you want to try something new, then try playing towards Jensen being a carry. Like I think Impact is just not someone you want to put on carries at this point. I think you just keep him on tanks, and then if you want to not play hard through double lift, play through Jensen. Let him be a secondary carry.
Yeah.
Just let him be like pick a pop off champion and see what happens. Like they didn't even try that all season. Like Jensen just seemed like he went from being like the hard win lane guy, solo kill guy to being like just another mid laner that's like there. He's just like really good at holding his own.
Okay, TSM Cloud9.
I really want TSM to win because I want TSM versus Team Liquid in the final.
I think Cloud9
But I
3
don't think.
I think
Yeah, I don't
Cloud9
think
3-1. Every game Cloud9 wins will be good. Every game if TSM wins 1 or 2 games, I'm saying 3-1 because I think it's volatile, but if TSM wins, it'll be a monkey fuck game, and if Cloud9 wins, it'll be because they smashed. That's my prediction.
I think if C9 wins game 1, it's the 3-0 C9. Otherwise, I think it's about 3-1. Could be 3-2.
So,
but
the way I think about it, let's see. Bjergsen is the one like player who's like better than the Cloud9 players, right? He beats Niski. But Niski isn't fucking stupid. He's not Phoenix, right? He's not doing anything like dying in lane. I don't think Niski's ever done anything like monkey-ish. I am a bit worried that Svenskeren will do something monkey-ish, but Svenskeren also like in the same aspect should be better than Acadian, right? Because Acadian also likes to play very aggressively and like do top 2v2. Out of the two of them, the one who more likely to throw, I think, would be like an Acadian. Top lane, Licorice would beat Broken Blade, and and they always send jungle pressure top on TSM. If Cloud9 preps this, Sven and Licorice should win 2v2 if they draft well for 2v2, and if they don't draft well for 2v2, then they can. I don't think he's going to go. I don't think bot lane is going to be the focus at all this series actually, because both TSM bot lane does not get attention, C9 bot lane does not get attention. And I don't think either is going to be like the biggest factor in this series. But I think in terms of consistency, C9 bot lane is also more consistent than TSM bot lane.
yeah, Sneaky and Sven are not. They're both not lane players.
Right.
Like they're not a hard win lane and win game.
Sven has been playing well in team fights. Like he has been playing well recently, and Smoothie has been finding really good engages. He's looked much more coordinated in the latter half of the split. But I still think like C9's bot lane will be just equal consistency, if not better. And that means top side of the map is where things rely on. Either Bjergsen has to absolutely smash through mid lane, which I don't see that happening. Like I think Niski will neutralize for the most part, and I think if C9 drafts well for top 2v2 or recognizes that hey top is going to get attacked, then they either form a game plan that involves Sven doing something somewhere else, or just winning top 2v2. I can't see like I just don't know like where TSM wins this game unless like it's super heavily disrupted by like Bjergsen.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, too bad Michael's not here to give his take. You'd say I know.
TSM, drink that Kool-Aid. TSM.
I know exactly. No. Mike would say TSM 3-2. I think that the C9 bot lane is just going to lose in lane because Sneaky in lane, and Bjergsen is better mid laner. He's going to get an advantage, and I think Broken Blade has shown carry performances, and Acadian's going to go top and gank and win, and Svenskaren's going to int. That's the.
I know what Michael would say. Michael would say C9's gonna win 3-2, and then he's gonna be like, "We're looking for TSM in the summer split." That's when I think they're gonna win.
I think TSM overperformed. I don't think their players are as. Let me rephrase that. I think they overperformed. I think TSM's bot lane should be very good, but they're not as good as I thought they were going to be. Just like last year. They're doing their job. They're being consistent, but they're just kind of like, oh, Sven's. They're like the new Sneaky and Smoothie. Instead, it's Sven now and Smoothie. So they're doing their job, I guess. They're not inting, but
I don't think Broken Blade's as good as.
Right. I think Broken Blade gets all the jungle pressure. They're not ganking bot. Bjergsen never gets ganks mid unless like it's where he's facilitating Acadian. It's Broken Blade Acadian top lane and them playing macro well once Broken Blade is ahead. I think they've been playing macro well, and I think that has to do with Bjergsen, Smoothie, and Sven being, having veteran experience and being able to shot call around like, hey, we have a stable bot lane and a strong carry top laner. But I think if that doesn't get rolling, then the team can't accomplish as much. So, yeah, and that's why I think C9 will be better, and
Yeah, I agree.
Finals, TL 3-0. I don't know. I'm just fucking. I actually don't know the finals. I need to see these two teams play beforehand because, like I said, I don't think TL's stupid. If they look stupid though in the series, then it changes. But I don't think they should be stupid. So
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Anything you looking forward to in these series specifically?
I don't see TSM versus TL in the final personally, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, so Saturday is the exciting day because that's G2 versus OG in the morning, and then that's going to be TSM versus C9 in the afternoon. So 11 a.m. and then 4 p.m. are the game openings, and that's gonna be pretty hype.
Did you
Friday
see
is
the
boring.
Blabber's been scaring me?
No, I did not.
It's Blabber and then like a picture of a monkey, and then it's Sven with the same monkey but with glasses on. And it's just, because they're like Blabber's a monkey, he just goes in whenever, and then Sven's a calculated monkey. he decides when to monkey out.
Wow.
That's a good meme.
Yeah, I just hope C9 doesn't do anything stupid like have Sven dive towers. I swear, dude, I always end up watching Sven's bad games because like everyone rates him really highly as a jungler, but every time I watch him, I end up watching the game where he like runs into the enemy tower and then like dies because he got overly greedy, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I just remember the Fnatic series, and then I remember when he tried to level 2 Jensen, and that didn't work. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just a big yikes.
Yeah, that's pretty much all for this week. So we'll cover next week after things go on. But yeah, Will, where can any last words?
Check me out at twitch.tv/Skieco and then twitter.com/Skieco_.
All right, this has been slashff episode 10. This is Jax signing out. Peace.